When people are considering our marketing services, a common question is, Kevin, what can I expect? Well, in today's video, that's exactly the topic. I'm going to break it down and show you exactly what to expect and what our clients experience as they hire us to do their marketing. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so glad you're here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more transactions. So if that's what you're after, more leads, appointments, and transactions, this is absolutely the place to be. Please consider subscribing. Love to have you here as part of our community. Now, before we get going in today's video, one quick note down in the description below, you'll find a link to our free 2-hour Facebook Masters class. It is all of our best practices of what we're doing to help our clients do those three things: generate leads, set appointments, and close transactions. So make sure you go check that out. 2 hours of your time well spent. Now, in today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is our done-for-you marketing services. When people are considering hiring us to do their marketing, a common question is, Kevin, what can I expect? What's going to happen? So thought I'd just kind of run through that real quick and give you a good idea as to how this works and what to expect. So in order to do that, let me just share my screen here for a moment. Basically, if you're unfamiliar with what we do, this slide summarizes it. So we provide done-for-you marketing services in the real estate industry. So question is, do you do it or do we do it? And the answer is we do everything for you, just to make things very, very simple. We focus on lead generation, lead follow-up and conversion, taking the leads, having proper follow-up systems, and then also running ads to those to keep in touch. And then relationship marketing. So marketing to your past clients, sphere of influence, the people that you have the closest relationship with, because that's some of the most meaningful marketing that you'll ever do. These are the people that already know, like, and trust you. And so we want to make sure that we capitalize that and keep you in front of them at all times. And then the other thing is, what we do is I meet with my clients once a week. Purpose of those meetings is really just to kind of fine tune things. It's usually about 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And the purpose of it is really just to plan out what we're going to be doing. And that allows us to really customize this to be what they want. So at a very quick and dirty level, that's really what our services are focused on. Now, when people say, Kevin, what can I expect? So here's kind of a typical experience. So let's assume I've got a client who's got an advertising budget of $500 a month. That's pretty typical for a lot of my individual agents. They're spending around that. And here's typically what happens. They'll normally generate around 200 to 250 leads, sometimes a little more. It kind of just depends on how the ads are performing. But normally we're generating leads for around $1, sometimes $2 a piece, even $3 in certain markets. So it's a little bit different, but 2 is pretty normal. So on a $500 a month budget, that would be pretty typical, getting around 200 to 250 leads. Now, to kind of put that in comparison, if you were to go hire Zillow, Realtor.com, any of those other companies, normally they're charging you upwards of $100 or more per lead. So if you're spending $500, you might get 5 or 10 leads for that same amount, right? So not only are you able to generate leads in volume, but then the next piece of what we do is we have lead follow-up systems. So we take all the leads, we put them in a text message-based system, and then once the leads start responding, the automation of that system shuts off, and we have live sales agents who jump into that text conversation and try to qualify the lead and turn it into an appointment. Now, our normal response rate is around 5%. I have seen it get as high as 10 and even 15%, depending on the kind of marketing that we're doing and just location. But 5-10%, that's pretty normal. So here on this screenshot, it's one of my clients' follow-up accounts. You can see of the 1,100 leads that we have generated, the ones that I'm calling response rate are the My Call List, My Appointments, and Future Fit. These are people that are responding, providing meaningful information, talking about timeframes, and even setting an appointment, like a phone appointment, to talk with the agent. So those three categories, they'll typically be anywhere from 5 to 10%. That's pretty normal. And so you got to keep in mind that what happens is some of those leads are going to be ready to do business fairly quick. A lot of them are going to be, we need a couple months. It's going to be 3 months down the road, 5 months down the road. Some of them are even going to be 6 to 12 months. And again, the time frame itself isn't that important, other than we're basically just stacking these up in a pipeline, right? Some of them are going to come through quick, some are going to take time. But if our follow-up systems are in place, we're keeping in front of people, we're adding value, then you're going to be able to win the majority of that business. And so we just want to build a pipeline of sales that's just constantly spitting out business at the other side as we take care of them. Now, in addition to that, we would also be adding people to the database. So we set up tracking systems inside of Facebook to monitor what's going on with the ads. So even though we may only generate 200 or 250 leads, there's a lot of people clicking on the ad, and when they see that we're requesting contact information to generate a lead, they click away. Well, we have tracking mechanisms to track all of those people, and it's tracking people who click on it or like or comment or share or watch a video and click on a website, all kinds of different things. And so what happens is every month we're just building up this audience of people, and it's people that are interested in real estate because of the actions they're taking. They're clicking on ads, they're liking, they're watching videos, they're doing all kinds of things. And that's how we build up this audience of people that are interested in real estate. And then what we do is we continue to retarget those people every single month. So every week we have a new ad that's running that is targeted to the leads that we've generated previously, to the database of your contacts that we upload through all of this process. So what happens is every month we're generating this bulk of leads. Follow-up systems are showing you the people who are most interested. And then we're building up this audience of people that are interested in you and what it is that you're doing. So with all of that being said, if you were to spread this out over time through a year, here's typically what happens. So if you're spending the money for the $1,500 a month plus us with the $500 of ad spend, again, you're spending around $2,000 a month or $24,000 for the year is what that would cost you for what I'm showing you. But that over a year is going to generate around 2,500 to 3,000 leads, again, depending on how the ads perform. So with that amount, if you're taking 5% of them and turning them into possible opportunities, again, you can see that we've got this massive pipeline of people that are interested, they're responding, and that's who we end up working with. We also take your database of contacts, like we mentioned, your relationships, we upload that into Facebook, and we target them with ads so that you're staying in front of your warmest audience, right? We take in the cold leads and warming them up and keeping you in front of your warmest market. So all the people who are clicking on the ads, if we're adding like 1,500 to 2,000 people every single month of all the people clicking on the ads, then we're building up this audience of around 18 to 24,000 people over the course of a year. But like I said, the important part is these aren't just random strangers. These are people that we know are interested in real estate because of the actions they've been taking, clicking on ads and commenting and liking and sharing and filling out lead forms and all kinds of different things. But because of those actions, like I said, they're not just 18 to 24,000 random strangers. These are actual people that know you, they've seen your stuff, they've seen you week in, week out. And that is a valuable audience of people to have because of what that means for your business longevity wise. And then we just have this pipeline full of leads that we just keep cultivating and maintaining. And that's where we just keep getting business after business after business after business. There really is no magic or mystery here. It's just strategy that we consistently apply. And when we do that over time, these are the kind of results that we get. So just to kind of put this in perspective and just to finish up, consider your options, right? There's different options that you can think about or consider when you're looking to grow your business. One of them is you can go buy leads from any of the lead generation companies out there, the Zillows, the Realtor.coms, there's tons of them. A lot of them are in the business of generating a lead and selling it to as many people as you can, or as they can. So a lot of times they're non-exclusive leads. If the leads are exclusive, it usually comes at a higher price tag. Typically it's upwards of $100 or more per lead. That's pretty normal. Gets even more expensive in some of the more competitive zip codes. Now, so if you hire a company like that, what you're going to get is you're going to get expensive leads, some pretty minimal follow-ups. Some of them have it, some of them don't. They're not going to retarget ads, and they're not going to keep you in front of people. They're not going to build up an audience for you, and it's not on the slide, but they're also not going to market to your relationships, which is one of your greatest sources of business. So it's pretty minimal what you're going to get for some very expensive leads. Had a client in Orange County He called Zillow and asked him what it would cost to get 50 leads a month, and they quoted him over $5,000 a month. It's kind of crazy, but it's real. Anyway, the second option is you could hire somebody. I saw an agent on Facebook earlier this week that was posting that they wanted to hire somebody to help them with their marketing. They were offering a salary between $50,000 to $100,000 depending on experience. And now that is just what it's going to cost you to hire somebody. That's not counting ad spend or anything else. So again, very expensive option. Yes, it's part of your team, and if you want to go that route, so be it. There's pros and cons to it, but it's a very expensive option to do that. And there's a good chance that person doesn't have a whole lot of specialized experience that's going to be able to help you get the results that you're looking for. Third option is obviously you can figure it out on your own. So you can spend all the time, money, and effort, and probably a lot of frustration to try and get all this set up and try to do it on your own. Certainly an option, but it's challenging. So whether you want to spend the time and frustration to get to that point, that's really the better question. Or the fourth option is, for a fraction of the cost, you could hire us, and it's a fraction of the cost of any of these other options. Plus the benefit is you own it all. What I mean by that is all the marketing that we're going to do, it's on your Facebook page, it's on your ad account, they're your audiences. And so let's say you just decide to stop using our services. Well, the good news is they're your leads, it's your ad account, it's your audiences, it's your Facebook page. You own all of it, right? So you've got all of this that we've helped you build, and we can part ways, and that's fine, but you still own everything. So these are kind of just the options, but a typical experience for our clients is what you see here, right? If people are spending that amount of money, they're getting that amount of leads, they're building up this audience of people that are interested, keeping in front of them. One of my top clients right now, who's doubling his business pretty much every year, we've got an audience of about 40,000 people that we've built up for him, and he's just repetitively staying in touch, and those people just keep doing business with him. It's a fantastic approach. So this is what we're all about. And this is what typically happens with people who are using our services. So that is just a quick overview of who we are and what we do. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to look down in the description below. You'll see a link that has more information about our done-for-you services. I've already told you what the cost is, so you don't need to be surprised about that. But I do limit how many people I work with in each area, just because I don't want to compete against myself to generate leads and generate business for my clients. So I do limit how many people I work with, so make sure you take that into account. Your area may or may not be available, but feel free to check with me, and we'll do that. So that's today's video. Hopefully that was helpful, just giving you a better idea of what to expect and what typically happens as people start to use our services. Now, if that was helpful, take a split second, click that thumbs up button down below. We appreciate your support. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. Most of the videos on our channel are not like this. A lot of them are typically tutorial in style, where it's me at my computer showing you how to do something. And so feel free to subscribe. I put out new videos like this every week with different ways that you can grow your business. Also, I'll put up a couple videos right here that you can click on that will help you get tips and strategies for growing your business right now. And then also, that's it. I think that's it. So make it a great week. Keep crushing it in your real estate business. As always, if we can help, let us know. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care.